It was a big decision for me to leave my existing career. I had faith that DART meant what it said.
You see how all these buildings? Not even half of these was here.
I first started in the company on a fixed-term contract. I wanted to be here for like 3 months and just get the feel.
To witness DART grow within these years, literally from the dirt coming out, I think is really something special.
I think it's like having kids. You don't see the day-to-day growth, and then suddenly you turn around and you go, when did you get so big?
My first job here was a landscape supervisor for the Arboretum services. So we dealt with the family's property. We had a nursery behind Coconut Joe's, and I was based in a trailer behind Coconut Joe's for 6 years.
I've been with DART about 20 years now. We're here to try and get this interview out of the way as quick as possible. I remember that it was a small department. I think there were maybe 30 employees at that time that was working in Cayman. I think I was just turning 17. It was very small. Everyone felt like family.
First joined DART in 2006 as a work experience student. So the first year we were at Regatta, and it was, very small, so we worked very closely with each other, and it just felt like a really great environment, very laid back, but obviously we still took work seriously.
My initial role was to be in charge of the construction management, and it was a really exciting time. We had just finished the Cayman Bay Town Center with the terraces just having opened. It was a tremendous year of transition and growth. We had so many new employees coming on, and we were really looking at what was next, but also looking back at what we had accomplished.
To be honest, you see how all these buildings? Not even half of these was here. My office was in the back over there, South Canal. That was my office over there. We all was building up as a team, and it was pretty good to be around those people.
I've been at DART for the last 15 years. I see a lot of change, and the part with the change is very good also. It was just like today. I liked it, and I like what I'm doing now, but those days, everybody wanted to hold event here. Wherever function, it was here at Cayman Bay.
I was hired as an event manager on the events and marketing team. We were sitting in the Block 3 office. It was very much smaller compared to what we have now. Cayman Bay was still fairly small at that time, and I feel like everybody was just excited and buzzing about what we were going to become and seeing the vision come to life.
I came here for the weather, and right now we're filming this and there's a thunderstorm going on. I don't know. I joined DART as the risk manager. So for 15 years I've been essentially doing exactly the same job, it's just got bigger. We were in Block 3. I think there was maybe 40, 50 people in the whole of DART at that time. This new concept of Cayman Bay had just been built, and we were looking to fill it.
15 years ago, the team was much smaller. It felt more like a startup, very collaborative. Still very similar today, it's just bigger.
I first started in the company on a fixed-term contract. I wanted to be here for like 3 months and just get the feel of the company. The team synergy that I experienced within the HR world, I think that made me want to stay because I experienced 3 of our VCPs.
It was a big decision for me to leave my existing career and join DART. And, I had faith that DART meant what it said when they said they had a long-term perspective and a long-term commitment to Cayman.
The engagement that the execs had and the foresight that they also have, always saying that, this is not a short-term project, this is not 5 or 10 years, this is major decades, 50, 100 years in the making. So it's going to be places where you're going to be working in, and possibly your kids and maybe your grandkids.
Those days they tell us, you see these land here, they're going to grow big, and they're going to have a lot of opportunities and work.
It really did come true, So over time, I've seen from the inception, the idea has become into a reality. And that, too, is one of the main reasons why I stayed.
To witness Dart grow within these years, literally from the dirt coming out, I think is really something special. Not a lot of people get to witness something like that, right?
You know, I think it's like having kids. You don't see the day-to-day growth, and then suddenly you turn around and you go, when did you get so big? It's kind of how I feel about Camana Bay.
We came from supporting like maybe 20 to 30 users, and now we have hundreds of users spread across different locations, and obviously Camana Bay is continuing to expand every day, so it's just been really incredible to see how we started off so small and now we're growing into a huge organization, and being a part of that is just something very special.
There are moments when you look around and you realize just how quickly we've grown and how our focus has evolved from, again, just being focused on development and construction to actually operating the assets to getting into the hospitality industry.
You know, in 2015, we didn't have a single hotel or a single hotel room. And you look at us now, we are the biggest hotelier on the island. And that came from nothing. So in the space of roughly 10 years, you know, we've gone from it being an idea to actually a major player. And I'm glad I've been part of that.
We're really doing something here.
You know, the staff here is very similar to what you'd see in a botanical garden. They're all from different parts of the world, intermeshed together to make sense. The Dart staff in general are so diverse and interesting and from all different corners of the planet. You just don't find it anywhere else.
I think Cayman is a mix of different cultures in the Caribbean, but now we get, people from South Africa, from Canada, from all over the place. It's great to have those experiences as well, and their experience shared with us.
One of my challenges was to make sure that we had weekly reports, monthly reports, and annual reports about moves and changes within the company as it relates to employees. They've grown from just a small amount of employees, where the company now is over 500 employees. And to me, that's amazing.
The people are really the glue that bind us together. It's my hope that whatever I get from collaborating and learning from my colleagues, that I can return threefold.
Who are all these people?
I got some people here that I cannot forget in my whole entire life until I die.
Boy, 20 years ago I knew everybody, and now you're like, oh, that's a new face, oh, another new face. Yes, there's a lot of new faces, but one of the things Dart continues to do is all of our staff events and social functions and everything, so it's not like there's not an opportunity to get to know those new faces.
Each day when I come into work in the HR realm, what I had expected when I first started is way time different than what I'm experiencing, because every day is its own challenge. I don't feel bored. I'm not doing the same things every single day. And I love that.
One of the most exciting things and satisfying things about working for Dart is that there's always the next innovative step. We take that innovation very seriously, and starting with Camana Bay, which was a massive undertaking, we've only grown from strength to strength in the next project. Kimpton Sea Fire was a fantastic example of how we took everything that we learned and just even turned the dial up a little bit.
I'm not sure any of us actually know. We have strategy, but 10 years ago we weren't in the hotel business. Look at us now. So who knows where we're going to be in another 10, 15 years.
It's going to be hotels, and it's going to be other buildings, but it's so hard to say where. Like, I never saw the laundry facility coming, but it makes so much sense.
Everything always here, It worked 24/7, work rain or no rain. We got work to do, and I'm happy about that.
Cut. Turn the lights off. It's over.